Hey everybody, and welcome to another Ando's Brick Hut review. I'm here today, and since we did finally get Black Widow in theaters and on Disney Plus, we can finally talk about this wonderful little Black Widow set. So, like most things, this is mostly for the minifigures. Let's be perfectly honest. So, as you can see from down here, we have got in this particular set, we've got Black Widow, we have got Yelena Belova, and then we have the Task Master. Being in IT, I constantly want to call him the Task Manager. Uh, but yeah, so let's we can kind of take a look here. So first we've got our Taskmaster. Some really cool printing on the front. No printing at all on the arms or on the legs. So this is pretty minimalist. Now he's got this weird sort of weapon that comes with it. In the movie, he's got a shield. He's got a sword. He's got a bow and an arrow. He's got claws. But here he has this little thing that's got a shield on it and a blade. It's got kind of a hand blaster that is, I believe, taken from Shuri. So it's kind of fun. So Taskmaster, in the comics, he's always got his little hood here, which is usually white. But this is a pretty good interpretation. The print sculpting here is pretty fun. Nothing on the back, although we do get some good printing on the back, which is kind of surprising. But so yeah, so that's our little Taskmaster minifigure there. So then we've got our brand new Black Widow, and I think the hair looks really really good. And I'm a big fan. I'm glad they started her using these batons. Some really good printing on the front from her outfit here. Pretty much matches. It's too bad they couldn't really do any like gold, for her little wrist turrets that she often uses. Kind of too bad. So she's got this growling face, which I thought was pretty appropriate. It's me leaning over. So then we've also got kind of a bland sort of look for her too. Looks like my camera has decided to stop, which is, just perfect. Come on now. Having some technical difficulties here. Just kind of do a restart of the camera. God, that's frustrating. Okay. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, it's just a very good Black Widow minifigure. And then new to the lineup is Yelena. She was fantastic in the movie. If you guys haven't seen it yet, she was great. Her freaking vest was a big plot point. Very, very funny. Florence Pugh is very, very good, and I'm very, very excited to see her do more. She's great in Little Women. She was great in Fighting with My Family. She's just a fantastic actress, and I think she's dating Zach Braff. Not that that's anything to about her as an actress or as a performer, as a human, but good for her. I mean, that's a cute couple. Yeah. So, and then you've got this little bike here. This is really nothing at all to write home about. It's just sort of their very generic bike that they give a lot of people. There's some stickers on here. Black Widow-ish logo. Nothing really to write home about. Just sort of a thing. Kind of just like the idea of her just double barreling. Anyway, so the main thing with this set then is we get a helicopter build. This is a lot different than any helicopter we see in the movie. I did when I did the live build. If you've seen that video, I did joke about how it'd be great if this was like a helicopter ended up being like a main part of the movie, and you spend all this time building it and putting it together, and then you just see it blow up, and it's heartbreaking. But there's no helicopter exactly like this. This is kind of I think Marvel is starting to do these inspired by sets. When we get a couple more of the when I do some builds for the Avengers Infinity or Avengers Endgame sets that are coming out in August, I'll rant and rave about those, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, this is just a very kind of cool jet, frankly. I mean, it's cool that you got like the two levels of wings here. Now the front actually pops off, and then you can kind of get somebody to sit in there, and they just kind of hold on by two little studs here. So I guess if you wanted to, you could pop this thing off and just put Taskmaster here. Not a lot of stickers on this one, which I of course appreciated because I hate stickers. Yeah, these two weird little knobby dealies to like pilot it. But yeah, one minifigure fits in there very nicely. But then we also have kind of the midsection here, which just pops off super easily. Then you've got sort of an interior, so you can kind of fit other minifigures if you need to, if you want to. Came with a bunch of like jewels and like silver ingots that all kind of fit in this little box, which I thought might end up being a MacGuffin in the movie. I was wrong. So yeah, so that kind of just fits in there nicely. Just a good way to kind of just have it there. Then the back kind of like stays shut. So this doesn't really do much. Yeah, so this just fits on there really easily thanks to a couple studs. And then you can break it off easily thanks to this guy right here. So the other thing that's kind of neat here, pop this back on. Okay. The very, very back of it, you can just open this up, and there's like this like little tiny vehicle. It's very, I think it's kind of silly, on it, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, just get this little tiny cart that just fits really easily back here, and it just barely shuts. And this looks like a face. Ah, good duck, Black Widow. What was that? Oh no, things are breaking. Anyway, so, yeah, once again, so then up on the front here, we've got some stud shooters. There's some like guns that you can kind of just put on the side here. And that's really it. I mean, that's really the whole build. It's a little obnoxious just because like the front tire is just the way that they have you build it. It's like higher up, so it's like this kind of like leans back a little bit, which I don't know, kind of annoyed me a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I mean, this was not insanely complicated build, nor was it like an extremely like fun build that you write home to people and be like, oh man, this was great. This isn't like the Razor Crest or like, the Millennium Falcon or anything super special. Although there is a helicopter in the movie, and I was very happy to see it. Not quite the same, but it still is inspired by the Black Widow film. So yeah, overall, I think that this is I believe this was only available in Target also. So this is about a $30 set. You get 3 minifigures for about $30. It's unless you really are big on like collecting all the minifigures, I just don't think it's necessarily worth the money. The other thing that really irritated me is that the other Lego set from this movie was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from last year that didn't actually happen. It's incredibly hard to find, and it's the only way to get David Harbour's character, the Red Soldier or the Red Guardian, as a minifigure, and it comes with a really cool tank. And it comes with Black Widow wearing the white outfit that she wears in a lot of the marketing materials. So the only way to get that is right now on eBay, and it's very expensive. I thought about getting it, but I can't justify that. So I may go to, one of the Comic Cons later in the year and see if they've got some. There's always a couple of different booths that have different minifigures, so I may see if they have if they've got some Red Guardians there, because that would be a nice addition. Because I don't collect a ton of Marvel MCU movie memorabilia. I tend to stick to comic book, but I do collect the movie Legos, because that's really all they have are the movie Legos. They don't really do too much in the way of just sort of like a Spider-Man. They do, but if you want any Avengers or anything like that, it's movie or nothing. So once again, it's this is just a nice set, which is kind of a fun build. Mostly here for the minifigures, to be honest, and hopefully, it's easier to find the other ones. Now, there are going to be 2 sets for Shang-Chi, which I may probably do as we get a little bit closer to the release date for that movie. There's the Great Protector, who's this big old dragon, and then there's also a motorcycle chase, so I'll probably do those 2, probably in like one sitting, and then do a review like this one. Once again, this is the Black Widow's helicopter chase. I'll probably give it maybe like a 7 out of 10. I need to come up with my own how many bricks. I'll give it 7 out of 10 bricks. For now, just for being just a solid set. Nothing real special about just kind of a minifigure delivery system. I'll have some more reviews up probably a little bit later this week. And, for now, go ahead. Tell me what you thought of the movie. I'd really love to know if you liked Black Widow, or if you haven't seen it yet, or if you're waiting. Go ahead and, if you haven't already, feel free to make like a werewolf and like and subscribe to Ando's Brick Hut. Thank you, and good night.